People, sell them all. All right? Everybody's up for sale. Everybody is up for sale. All right? That's how we're gonna be rolling today. Everyone is up for sale. And that's how Ineos they're gonna be rolling. All right. Here's the thing. One thing I can say, man, dude, the morning after, the night before kind of thing, I am going through it, man. I am going through it. It is hitting hard, bro. Tony, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Uh, Sell them all, guys. You know what, dude? I was sitting here, man. I was debating. I just got to go back from work, like literally. Today, I say, you know what? I cannot take a day to work from home, right? Because I didn't want to be, at home. One of them things like you're already going through the motions and being by yourself and all that. I was like, nah, I'm gonna drive to the office and I'm actually gonna hang out with actually, some human beings that I haven't seen for a while. That way I can, have conversation, trying to make me forget, dude. I drive to the office and I'm working at the office, but still, everything that I think about is team, this team of, dude. This I never, I never understood how much this thing would hit me, but oh my gosh, I am going through it. I get to the office, of course, I'm working, blah 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 blah. I say, you know what? I'm not gonna like. I couldn't get myself to post anything on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, because I do not want to see these criminals. Like everything today is toxic. Everything today is just negative. Our team is broken. It's one of them things that you're like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, 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 terrible. So, guys, I have been going through it. I don't know how you guys, you know, waking up today. Did you even sleep? How are you feeling? You know, honestly, I was about to send a message, say, hey guys, listen, I'm taking a mental day, mental health day, right? I'm gonna take a mental health day to myself. Um, but at the same token, as I'm about to type the message to say, hey guys, listen, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow, I was like, listen, man, you're not the only one going through this. All right. So pull up your big boy pants and get on that live and talk to the family, because it will help you feel better, right? And actually, my son Levi told me that. I said, Daddy, just go ahead and do the live, because I was like, yeah, Daddy is going through it today, like, because he's kind of sad. His team, Manchester United, lost, and kind of thing. He was like, Daddy, just go live. Yeah, you know, when you go live, you will talk to your friends, and you'll be okay. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And also, dude, literally, dude went to sleep. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go live. So I had to put up the thumbnail real quick, and I jumped on, because I was like, listen, sometimes, honestly, yeah, it feels way better when you, because I was telling him, yeah, whenever you face disappointment, sometimes you need to be amongst people who understand what you're going through. And then if whenever people understand your frustration and your pain, they'll be you'll be able they'll relate, and it will be better, right? So yeah, man. So, and then my son, I was like, all right. Usually before he goes to bed, we usually do our prayer. So we did the prayer. I was like, son, good job. And today I was really boosted, because he's doing swimming classes, and there's this thing to graduate. He needs to do a flip turn. Whenever the swimmers, you go, you swim, 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 and then when you get to the wall, you're supposed to flip and then turn around and go back. So that thing has been haunting him for the longest time, you know. And so we've been working at him, saying, listen, man, you got this, you got this. So today, he was able to execute that. Dude was boosted. I was like, yeah, you see, you got it done. Um, and at the same token, I also reminded him, like, listen, in life, you're always gonna face these adversities and things that you think, you know what, I can never do this, but you gotta have that positive self-talk and telling yourself you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, and then you'll be able to accomplish it. Look what you did today. So dude was really like feeling good within himself, right? That he was able to get this done. Of course, when I picked him up, he was able to get McDonald's. He was boosted. Gone home. Yeah, so he was happy. So he said, yeah. So when I was telling him as I was about to put him to bed, we did our prayers and we're talking about the live. He said, yeah, Daddy, just go ahead and do the live. You know, you definitely feel better. I was like, you know what? You're right, kid. You're right. So it's one of them things, yeah, it's crazy. But honestly, guys, dude, I've been watching United for a long, long time. And again, as I was saying yesterday, it could be one of them things that you feel like you kind of spoiled because you're used to be winning. You know what I mean? Guys, give me a second. There's this NBA game going on right now. I need to watch it. Not watch it, but I need to find it. Yeah. So we used to be winning so much. Like I have never experienced this pain and frustration and the feeling of being depressed is real. All right. And of course, watching all these people that I watch on YouTube and stuff like KG, everybody, all the United YouTubers out there, everybody's going through it. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Our club is broken. Our club is broken. Um, right. Our club is broken. I don't know where do we go from here. Of course, we see that reports that Ineos have made sure like they put it out there like, yo, everybody's up for sale, right? Everybody is up for sale. Simple as that. No exceptions. Everybody's up for sale. Um, Obviously, because missing out on Champions League football, we are missing, like, dude, just not making it in the Champions League football. We're missing, of course, the Champions League money, and also we have deals going on, right? We have deals going on like with Adidas and stuff like that. So all those things, you get those deals when you say, "Hey, I'm going to qualify for Champions League." If you don't, then you have to pay some of that money back to, for example, your sponsors. So right now, United is kind of um, in the hole for at least 100 million plus or something like that, just for not making that the winning, right? So, and not only that, not being in any European competition next season. So we are so much in the mud. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Boy, oh boy. All right, let's see what you guys are saying, man. Enough about me waffling over here. Again, Tony, brother, good to see you, man. By camp, CSP. I said that Amorim wouldn't win anything. By camp, listen, people, make sure you smash that like button, man. Let's get those likes up, if you don't mind. That'll be great. Ozan, good to see you. How's the day after Bilbao? Bruh, Ozan, the day has been painful. This guy here, I just walked in from home, and that's why I'm wearing a dress shirt. I did not do this just to look good for you guys. You know what I mean? I just got back from work, and I had to jump on here with my dress shirt and stuff. Yeah, it's painful. Guys, it's painful. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't going to lie. It is painful, yo. Unbelievable. Uh, yeah, guys, welcome by Campio C. Pedro Polo, one a former player and coach by Amorim. Yeah, there you go. I know. It's crazy, right? Portuguese is back. Jokeres Golden Boot. There you go. Yep. Forget about Jokeres now to come to United. That's done. Um, I almost bled blood from my eyes. A horrible final. Oh my God, that final was terrible. Terrible final. Both teams were terrible. Like, it's one of those, it shows why these teams are so bad, right? But Big Ange tweaked it a little bit to make sure that he can win it, and he did. The tweaks that he did, especially the way he had Richarlison dealing with Ahmad on that left hand side, that was, dude. I mean, it was good because, and when Big Ange saw our lineup, he was, oh, I got them. We're gonna be able to deal with them, right? So he came in there knowing that, hey, I'm gonna change my plan. Yeah, I'm gonna have my highline or whatever, but I need to tweak it a little bit to get this win, and he did. Our manager, okay, he took too long to make any changes. Um, his starting lineup, it was interesting or weird because honestly, Mason Mount, he hasn't been available for, injured, whatever, but he started. Luke Shaw, that's another one. Dude, the whole thing is just a mess. Like, today, it's just a mess. Garnacho was like, yeah, he put a statement out there like, yeah, man, I've been playing all these games the entire season, and then I get 20 minutes. Um, Statements like that, you're like, Garnacho, come on, man, go and sit down somewhere, dude. All right, go and sit down somewhere. This is not about you here. All right, it's not about you, because that 20 minutes you could have come in and made a difference, right? Yeah, when he came in, he did some stuff, but he could have made a difference. Garnacho, you need to look at another person who was a super sub, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If you look at his record, Ole, coming in as a sub, super sub specifically, he was a game changer, right? And his numbers prove it. So Garnacho sitting here and say, well, you know what? I played all these games, and then in the final I get only 20 minutes. Dude, it's not about you, man. It's about the team. All right. So of course that statement rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. He should not have done that, right? He should not have done that. That was wrong. And then apparently, I didn't see his brother's statement. I think it was his brother. He had put also a statement out there on the socials, because obviously I think they all expected him to be starting. But of course, if the manager didn't think that you weren't to be starting, then that's why you're not starting, dude. You just be ready for your time, and then you come in and you do your thing. Yeah, Ruben Amorim took too long to make changes, and it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. Let's see what you guys are saying. Portuguese is back. Yokeres, I saw that by camp. I almost bled. Okay, so that everyone, please, guys. Again, we do have a Discord community that we're trying to build. Tony the Great just dropped the link. Please hit that link and then jump into the Discord. All right. Donnie, highlights. Happy Thursday? No. It's not Happy Thursday. Guys, I hope you're watching this. There's a Minnesota Timberwolves game going on right now. All right. I have it on the screen over there. I'm trying to find another sport to watch. I'm thinking horse racing, Formula One, because this Man United thing is not working. Oh my God, guys. Listen, whenever I am going through it, I do laugh, but it's been painful, guys. It's been painful. All right. I'm a little better today, except when I see a post online, then it tears off the scab. I know, dude. I know, Tony. I know. Dude, I'm telling you, I usually go on X, trying to see, okay, what I can post and stuff like that. Dude, I haven't posted nothing today. Nothing. I don't want to see this lot. And I'm like that, right? Whenever I'm upset with something or going through something, I just don't want to see you, man. I just want to, you know, I just want to say, you know what? You don't exist right now. So these players, what they put us through this season, I just don't want to see any of them. Whenever I go on an X and I see their pictures, it just get like, dude, come on, man. 40 something years we allowed Tottenham to get a trophy. Dude, Bruno, you pick, what a day did you pick not to show up, right? You are our best player, whatever. But Bruno did not show up. Like the whole team did not show up. Crazy. Complete madness, man. Complete madness. Thanks to Oliver for the win. Camp Sporting champion. Yeah. United fans celebrate the goal that wasn't a goal. Yeah. Oh my gosh. AKS 97. What's up, man? Love is in the house. Dude. I'm Portuguese. People, listen. Campio SCP. Did you already subscribe? Make sure you subscribe, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. AKS, he said Amorim channeled his inner Ten Hag last night. Yep, he sure did. He sure did, man. He channeled his inner Ten Hag. I think AKS, you're talking about when he was asked about Ghana, right? Oh yeah, exactly, man. He channeled it. He was like, listen, he was asked a question like, yeah, I don't know what was the question exactly, but it was something in line of, oh yeah, should you have started Ghana or something like that? But he was like, instead of Mount, he was like, look, man, yeah, football is kind of weird, right? Because you're telling me to start Ghana, and Ghana was the one that missed a clear chance in the last game, right? So whatever. And then who came into the game and changed the game pretty much kinda was Mount. Mount came in and gave us 2 goals. So it's one of those things. And dude, Ruben Amorim, you can see he was going through it too as well, man. It was crazy. Ghana knows the team is better with him rather than Mount. Of course, but the thing is, you're Ghana. What do you know? You're a kid, all right? You cannot tell me I'm the manager, right? Yeah, you may feel like, oh, the team is better with me than Mount. Who are you? Mount is a Champions League winner, man. Have you won anything, Ghana? No, right? So it's one of them things. It's not about you. It's about the team, and that has been a problem this entire season, or not only this season, but for years now, right? These players feel like whenever you sign for United, you are entitled to be like, yo, I should be in the starting lineup regardless, right? No. And that needs to end, you know? And yeah, so it's not about you, dude. You're a kid, all right? You're still learning your trade. Yeah, Ghana is going to leave. News flash, I know you guys have seen it. Garnacho is going to leave because he says, yeah, I'm going to go on vacation and then I'm going to go and figure out what happens next and all this stuff. So I think Ghana is going to leave, right? Based on the statement that he made. All right. I'm sure you guys have seen those statements, right? So he's going to leave. And him talking about right now, talking about go on vacation. Dude, you still have a game coming up, man. Calm yourself down. All right. So Ghana is going to leave, and United, I see reports that if we get how much we're going to take, I think they said something in, if we get, yeah, Manchester United would likely accept an offer of 60 million for Alejandro Garnacho amid interest from Chelsea and Napoli. So this is according to the Telegraph Dakar, right? So 60 million for Garnacho, yeah, we're going to take it. Now, he's going to go to Chelsea or Napoli. He is going to blow up 100%. 100% this guy is going to go to those teams and he's going to blow up, right? but it's one of those things. What can you do? Right now, we are in the mud. We need the money. We need the money, right? And we need to cash in. I was debating to use my thumbnail to say cash in or something because he's one of them. Another one is Bruno Fernandes. All right, Bruno Fernandes, Al Hilal, they want him. They already said they're willing to give us upwards of 100 million. Dude, Bruno, apparently he made a statement yesterday saying, "Listen, I want to stay, but if the club wants to cash in or something like that, and they tell me, hey, Bruno, you gotta go, then I'll go." And apparently, we see reports that Bruno has told his agent, whatever, say, "Hey, listen, yeah, do your thing with Al Hilal." Now, they did reject Al Hilal's offer initially last week when they said, "Hey, we're gonna give you 100 million, whatever." And Bruno rejected it. But now we see reports that Bruno is kind of more open to the move now because based on the statement he made yesterday, right? He said, "Listen, if the club wants to cash in, but that's how football is. Sometimes that's how things work. That's how things work out, right?" At one point, the club may say, "You know what? We may need to cash in on you," and it makes sense because, dude, the next time we're gonna be in Europe, dude will be 33. Right now, you can say Bruno, he's usually not injured like that. He can probably make it like Luka Modric, for example, right? At his age. But right now, we don't have that luxury. We need money. Where do we get the money? Reports are saying we have 100 million, right? Reports are saying we have 100 million. Let me see. I did see that. Oh, yeah. So, according to the Times Sport, they're saying that Amorim will have a budget of over 100 million even without winning the Europa League. This figure is expected to be boosted by sales. All right. United believe they can raise 100 million from the sales of Anthony, Rashford, and Sancho. Right. So 100 million is what we have. Right. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. AKS Ghana knows the team is better. Okay, so that he knows Mount lacks pace. Yeah, I got you. Watch some UFC, man, dude. Dude, listen, guys. Ciao. I'm watching the Minnesota OKC game. People, Minnesota OKC game is fire. Check it out. All right, I have it on the TV right there. Eze, Marcel. Eze, listen, I hope are you the Marcel from United View and stuff? Listen, Eze, Marcel, welcome. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe. But Eze, you got to let us know what team you support. I think you did, I might have forgotten, but whatever. Good. Welcome. Ciao. Garnacho is gone. Yep, Garnacho is gone. Kai, hello, my people. Good to see you, Kai. Garnacho, Sancho, Rashford, Onana, and Anthony can all do one. Oh my God. Yes, dude. Him, Bruno. Add Bruno to that. Who else? Maguire. Who else? Of course, Ericsson. All the other guys, they're already leaving. So yeah, fire sale, baby. Garnacho thinks he's better than he is. Yeah, dude. I like that belief in yourself, right, Garnacho? I like it because you gotta have some kind of swagger to believe in your abilities, right? I do understand that, but sometimes you don't. Those kind of statements that you cannot do that, right? Don't feel entitled to be starting a game. The manager is the one who's going to determine who starts a game based on what he sees, right? Now, obviously, what I'm thinking is Ruben Amorim loves the idea of Mason Mount. He thinks Mason Mount is that guy who can, out of maybe all those players who can play in those 10 positions, Mason Mount is that guy that he believes can work. The guy already has the number 7, so he scored a couple of goals. He maybe trained well, so he said, "You know what? I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to start him." Maybe that was the wrong move, but he's the manager. Garnacho, you sit there and say, you know what? Okay, boss. All right. Yeah. Kai is saying that interview. Sorry. Kai saying that interview by Garnacho was so unprofessional. I agree with you. AKS is saying it doesn't make sense keeping Garnacho because he is a natural winger, not a number 10. There you go. That's why that's why I'm cool with him to go. These players' fame got to their heads and think they have made it exactly. And that's the thing. All right. That is the thing. I don't know if you guys saw the interview of Rafael on the United Stand with Beth. Rafael was saying, yeah, some of these players lack the mentality and lack that belief in themselves to want to fight and all these things. Like they feel like, oh, once I've got in there, that's it. I'm good to go. But it's not that. You always have to keep on fighting for the badge. These players, so that AKS facts, it's true. AKS 97, we don't play with wingers. Yep, we don't, so he can go. Kai said, if we have to sell Bruno, do it. We don't have a lot of money. Amorim should walk. Dude, Ruben Amorim did say yesterday, man. He said, listen, let me take a sip of this drink, man. Guys, salute. Guys, I'm wearing a dress shirt. I just walked in from work today. I had to go into the office today. At my job, I'm able to work from home. Like, I don't need to go to the office, right? So today I woke up the way I was feeling. I told my wife, listen, deuces, I'm going to the office. Packed my bag, my laptop, went in. That way I can actually have human beings to conversate with and try to help me forget this day. It did not work. It did not work. Oh my God, people, I am going through it. All right. Let's see. What else? Kai saying I have to sell. Yeah, so that Cunha reconsider joining United. No, Cunha is still going to join. But again, imagine Cunha, you're sitting there, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to join that mess, right? Big up to Cunha. He has already committed, so he's going to join. I am a Cave fan. I'm a Cavs fan. I am gutted. Yeah. I feel you, man. AKS. Ghana was out of his depth to react like that to the media. But if you think about it, the team is actually better with a player of a profile and ability of Ghana at the 10. Oh, no, AKS, I totally agree with you. All right? Garnacho, honestly, when he came to the game, he did give us more impotence than what we saw with Mount, right? But still, even though you may think that you should have started whatever, you still cannot say it because, you got to understand that the manager has the final say and everything, right? So you cannot make those kind of statements. And then you cannot have your family member still put out those statements as well, right? Because it's not right. And wherever you're going to end up, this game is mad. OKC right now is going crazy, right? OKC 82 points, Minnesota 65, right? You cannot make those kind of statements, especially after a game like that. Now, of course, you can say the kid is young, so he was going with emotions. He does believe that he should be starting. Now, I do understand what he's saying because he has played all these games to the final. You expect yourself to be starting. And then all of a sudden, you're not starting. The person who's starting is the guy who has been injured the entire thing and the entire season. Mason Mount, also another one who has been injured, and they're starting, right? So, yeah, you can be frustrated because Rafael, in that interview with Beth from United Stand, he did say, yeah, that could be really frustrating because you are like, I've been through this, I was a pivotal part of getting us here to the finals. I should be starting, right? But at the end of the day, it is the manager's decision who starts, right? It's the manager's decision who starts. Iron. Right. So it's the manager's decision who starts. So if he didn't start you, it means now the manager was going on a different approach, right? And to try to get us to win that game. It did not work. Honestly, yeah. Ruben goofed off, messed up, right? He messed up. Simple as that, right? He messed up. Let's see. If we have to say, okay, so that, yeah. But yeah, definitely Ghana has every right to be kind of feeling salty, but you cannot make those kind of statements, all right? JP, what up, what up, what up, man? I hope Bruno is sold this summer. Dude, we need the money, all right? Bruno already said if the club says Bruno, he got to go, he's going to understand and he's going to go. So I think Sir Jim had made, I saw something that, where is that? Jim Ratcliffe has ordered Man United scouts to look for players in the Championship and the Belgium League to provide good value at around 10 to 20 million price range. That's ridiculous. There's another one that I see that breaking news: Man United put every player up for sale with the club left in financial ruin. There's another one that apparently Sir Jim Ratcliffe was, let's see. Yeah, so it's one of them things. We need, AKS, we need ultimate clear out because it's simple, right? It is very simple. AKS 97 saying we need ultimate clear out, right? I'll talk about that in a little bit. JP, yeah. Amorim not playing Garnacho again has Ghana treat him like Rashford for stepping out online. Yeah, exactly. These players are employees. Do your yes, go. You know, Kai. These players are employees. Do your goddamn job. All right, just do your job. All right, just do your job. Like Roy Keane would say, just do your job, man. Simple as that. People smash that like button, hit the subscribe if you've done so already. Twist 3D. Twist 3D. He explained why he started Mount already. Yeah, he did. He did. But again, you know these reporters, man. When they put him in a corner, that's why he had to say, like, look. I explained why I started Mason Mount, but you guys are telling me, oh, I should have started Ghana. But Ghana, he missed a clear chance in the last game, right? So that's how football happens that way, right? Tony, club needs an enema. Tony, oh my God, that's beautiful, man. I love it. Shaw out, Maguire out, Bruno out, Dalot out. Evans, Ericsson, they're all gone already. Rashford out, Sancho out, everyone out. All right, Kai, yeah. I saw the United Stand interview. Mark Goldfish is a hypocrite. Interesting, man. Yeah. But I like the interview with Raphael, man. It's good to see him, man. Dude has aged well, you know. So it was good to see Raphael. I saw him, dude, imagine, I saw Raphael and his brother make their debut. That's how long I've been watching United, dude. And so going through this, it has been tough. Honestly. It's been tough. Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, Malacia, Bayendier, Evans, Heaton, Rasmus, Lindelof, Garner, all got to go. Yep. Amorim failed us. Oh, yeah. Amorim did. Honestly. But again, yes, he did fail us because he could have tweaked that game yesterday. Seeing that Tottenham are sitting in a low block, they're mostly defending, maybe you could have changed it up. And I'm not a tactical person say, oh, I'm not one of those tactical merchants saying like, oh, you should have put him here, and pull this back here, and then execute this and that. No, I'm not gonna do that. But seeing the way Tottenham was playing, he could have changed it. Whereas we could be more attacking because trying to get behind their lines, right? Because they were sitting back a lot. Dude, Tottenham did not do anything, right? He could have made those changes earlier, bring in a Xerxes, bring in a Garnacho earlier, maybe start Ahmad as a right wing back, kind of situation. And then you got to have Ugarte in that midfield to deal with Basuma and them, right? So it's one of those, because you saw that it wasn't working with having Bruno and Kase. So you needed a Ugarte there, right? Ugarte could have been in there. Ugarte would have been that destroyer. Casemiro would have been able to be more in an advanced role. And yeah, throw in Garnacho as wing back or something to try to get behind him, because obviously Ahmad was not being very effective in those 10 positions. Something like you got to tweak it earlier, but he took too long to make those changes, right? And honestly, yeah, right now we cannot say Ruben Amorim is not also at fault here, because he picked the team. So yeah, he's going to take the majority of the blame, but the players are criminals, right? The players are criminals, and the culture of the club is terrible, because we have sacked so many managers, proper managers, based on these players, right? These players have done this before, right? So right now, I'm saying if we're gonna go and end up another manager being sacked, it's going to be the same thing. Who do you bring in? People are saying, well, you can bring in Xavi. Yeah, fine. Bring in Xavi. What do you think Xavi is going to do with this team? It's going to be the same thing, rinse and repeat, right? People are calling Ruben Amorim out. Fine. Yeah, you can get rid of him. And honestly, if Ineos need to make a move, as far as Ruben Amorim, they got to do it now, right? Before you give him money. You know what I mean? They got to make a move now before you give him money. Because here's the thing. You give him money, you get him his players. His players are very niche, right? You get him his players, and then you sack him in, I don't know, October next year or December. Then it's going to be another complete mess, pushing our project way late, or like way back. Because what will happen is you're going to give Ruben Amorim money, you're going to get him his players, and then you're going to sack him in December, right? And then who do you bring in? Are you going to bring in another manager who plays the same system? Or what are you going to do? Because these players, back three, not a lot of managers play it. So we are going for a very niche thing here. So if Ineos decide to keep this guy, Ruben Amorim, they need to keep him for the long haul, because the rebuild of this team will take multiple transfer windows. And honestly, I don't think we're going to go through as bad of a season as we did this time around, because Ruben Amorim always wanted a preseason. And Rio, I saw an interview. Rio was like, guys, you don't know how important a preseason is for a team, right? Those drills, those going through it, they're very important. And that's why Ruben Amorim did not want to come in the middle of the season, because he knew the importance of the preseason, right? So it's one of them things. So Ineos right now have a very big problem on what to do, right? Amorim failed us, yeah, so that everyone out besides 25. Yeah, Amorim back. Southgate, what's going on, man? Amorim back to Sporting. Here we go. Dude, but you saw Sporting, they didn't need him, man. But talking about Sporting, the guy who took over from Amorim, he was not working. They sacked him. They brought in somebody else, and they won the league. It's one of them things. Interesting stuff. People, smash that like, hit that subscribe button. AKS, oh yeah, I forgot. The greedy Englishman, Luke Shaw. Dude, Luke Shaw. Oh my gosh, man. This guy needs to go. Grayson, what up? Sadly, we have to sell Bruno. We need moolah. Yes, 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 yes. We need money. Belgium League, Fellaini. I know. People, go ahead and hit that Discord link and join the Discord if you're not in Discord yet, man. We're trying to build a community out there where we can interact off hours when we're not live, because you may see something, you're like, yo, I got to share this with the family. You can drop it in the Discord, a link or whatever, and then that way we can enjoy it and conversate out there. You know what I mean? So please go ahead and join the Discord. I wonder how we will do next season. No, we barely have any money. And that's the thing, dude. Southgate, that's the thing. How are we going to do next season? Right? Of course, we're not going to have any Champions League football and no European football. So you would think maybe better. The squad is going to be obviously slimmer. We're going to be playing once a week. The problem is when you play once a week and you lose, then there's the number of days until you play again. Oh my God. This English media, and they will be on our case. Imagine that, the advantage of playing European and all this stuff. So the time until we play again to redeem ourselves is not that far. So imagine next season, you don't have European football. So it means when you play on that Saturday, dude, you are going through it the entire week until we play again for you to redeem yourself. So it's going to be painful, guys, because they will be ready for us. You saw what the type of news that came out today. The leaks again, they were like, yo, apparently these players think that Bruno is too confident in his style of play, that kind of thing. Basically, some of these players, quote unquote, they're like, they believe that, if he kind of tweaked his style to kind of accommodate the players that he has, then it wouldn't be this bad and all this. Typical things that we have seen before. We saw this before with Amorim, not Amorim, with Jose Mourinho and Louis van Gaal. We always get these leaks whenever things are going bad, right? And we saw it today. Leaks from the dressing room. Yeah, the players are feeling that dude is too rigid, it's too strict or whatever. Come on, go sit down somewhere, man. It's crazy. I wonder how well I saw that. Kai, JP, thoughts on Maguire as a player? There you go, JP. What are your thoughts on Maguire as a player? Twist. I'm going to play devil's advocates here. What if Amorim actually saved us? Meaning, if we won, would Ineos want to have a mass sale? Will one game a week benefit us to get better? Will Ineos now get players? Dude, it's one of those things. That's a good question. People, go ahead and smash that like button, man. Hit the subscribe if you've done so already. What Twist is asking here, it's definitely a good question, right? Had we won yesterday, yeah, we'll be happy. Myself, you, all us United fans would be happy, right? But again, it would have papered over those cracks, right? Like when we won the FA Cup, right? Our team was, not good, but we won the FA Cup. Then we were like, okay, whatever. We went through it. Right? Some people were like, no, keep Ten Hag. I was one of them. Blah, 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 blah. So had we won yesterday, right, I think the mass change that we needed maybe would not have happened, because even the players would have believed, like, you know what, we are not that bad, right? We're not that bad. We still can win trophies. Even if we had a terrible season, we can still win trophies, right? So in a way, if you think about it, it was actually maybe good that we didn't. That way, the players, the ownership, all of us actually saw how terrible, crap, shite we are, right? We needed to see that because this is like the bottom, how our team is. This is the bottom, right? So, seeing that coming out of the seeing those players going through that trophy, not looking at it, um, uh, feeling all sad or whatever, they needed to go through that emotion and to see the reaction they're getting from the fans. They needed it because maybe they needed that injection. Say, hey, dude, you guys are crap. Okay, you should all be deserved to be sold because you guys do not deserve to be wearing that Man United jersey. All right, you do not deserve it. So maybe they needed that wake up call. And Ineos and everybody, of course, they're losing a whole bunch of money, all these things. Maybe that's what we needed to clean house, right? Uh, the only other thing that could be worse than that for us being relegated. Imagine if we got relegated, that could be another thing that say, you know what, we need a complete reset, right? So we hope that this here, what we're going through, myself, you, and everybody in the Man United community, this is going to tell us, even with the ownership, like this cannot be allowed to happen ever again, right? Ahmad Diallo, I saw his post. He had posted a post out there saying, listen, he apologized for how we performed, and he said that, listen, this can never happen again. We can never have this type of season again. So maybe we needed it, guys. Maybe we needed it. That reality check. Like, one of those, like, us as United fans, we always had that thing, yo, we are United, man. We are Man United. We win things. Maybe we need to be reminded that, yo, yeah, those days are gone. You now are an average team. You're an average team who cannot beat anybody in the Premier League, right? Because we were cruising in Europa, but when we're presented with a Premier League team, stumbled. Because I think if that final was another team, another European team, we could have won it. But we cannot beat a Premier League team because our players are just rubbish. You know? So it's one of those, yeah. So losing, maybe it actually saved us in a way because Ruben Amorim now will have more time, right? Answering Twist Fate, will have more time with the players preseason and to train them, whatever. Meaning, yeah. Yeah, so again, one game maybe will fit us more. But again, as I was saying earlier, if that one game you lose, then you have this long period of these journals and everybody to really go at us, right? They'll go at us saying, you know what, you guys are crap. What if? Tony saying, what if? What if Amrin? What if Amorim purposely lost the game to get fired after the season they had? He didn't want to quit, so he set it up to get fired. I don't know. I don't think he's that kind of guy. But in the press conference, he did say, "Listen, man, if the hierarchy say, listen, you're not the guy, I'll bounce. I won't even ask for a compensation." Because I think Ruben Amorim is that guy who is very honest, right? He knows right now he's asking for patience, but he knows he doesn't have any credit with the fans for us to warrant him that patience and say, hey, we trust you. You can fix this, right? So he understands that. And I think that's why he's also saying, you know what? Even if the ownership said, you know what, this is it, it's the end of the road, and they let me go, I'm not going to sit here and ask for compensation. I'll just pack my bags and head home, right? Um, because he also knows that he has failed. He understands that he has failed. He has failed us. He has failed the fans. He's failed the team. But he also, what I like what he also said is that he understands the problems and he has a game plan on how to fix it. Right now, to fix it, he will need to be backed. Simple as that. So Ineos, ball isn't in your court right now. What do? Do you back this guy and give him a whole bunch of money to bring in his players, or you say, you know what, Amorim, peace out. It's been good to know you, and at least it's just one piece. You sack him, you bring somebody else, hoping that this somebody else coming in can deal with this lot that we have, right? Because any manager coming in now, they would want to kind of see the players that we have before they make a decision to get rid, right? So they have a big decision in their hands. But from reports that we see that Ineos, Sir Jim, and everybody, they want to stick with Ruben Amorim, right? Simple as that. Chow, we should recruit the players for club, not the manager. Exactly. But the thing is, Chow, your point there, we should recruit the players for the club, not the manager. To do that, you need to have an ethos, a style of play, and something established, right? Example, Liverpool. They have, it's a steady company, steady club. They have this thing established for ages, right? They know what they need to do, the type of players they need to sign, and all this stuff. Same thing, I think, at Man City, right? They have that. We do not have that. So I think what Ineos was trying to do is, by bringing Ruben Amorim, he's one of his jobs, or sporting director or whatever, is to come up with the style of play, right? So if Wilcox and them, they already have a style of play, what they're trying to go for, then you should do that. Recruit players for the club, not for the manager. Now, what is Wilcox style of play? What style of play did they decide? It's simple. I think they decided the Amorim way. That's why they went to get this guy, because Dan Ashworth was sacked because he said, dude, we're gonna sack Ten Hag. We need another manager, right? Based on the player profile that we have, all right, Amorim, he's not gonna work. And they went and sacked him, right? Now, had they gone with, I don't know, freaking Southgate or Potter or something, one of them guys, it would have worked, because someone would have come in and they would have been able to use these players that we have in a back 4-4-2-3-1, whatever, and we would have been able to work. But it looks like Barada, Sir Jim, they wanted to go in a different way. So that different way, they were like, you know what? Let's pull the plug. Let's get someone who's completely different from every player that we have here and see if it's going to work. Bring in Amorim, a young guy, up and coming. He's the guy. You bring him in, and this is what you get. This is what you get. These players cannot do the Amorim ball. You know, they can't do it. Yeah. So ideally, yeah, we should recruit players for the club. So I don't know if the Wilcox and them, they've shown us how they want to play going forward, because we need to establish that, and that's something that we never had ever since Sir Alex left. We never had that clear picture. We never had that clear picture. This is the united way of playing, right? Now, yeah, you can say, well, yeah, we could have continued with the way Sir Alex was playing, the counter-attacking or whatever, but it looks like we never had that clear picture on how to move on, right? So not having that, we're kind of flying blind here. That's why we have this mishmash set of players, right? We went and spent a whole bunch of money to bring in all these players, and they don't work because we really don't have an identity. Man United does not have an identity, right? It's one of those like if you think about it, whenever you're watching, for example, like Man City, you can close your eyes, and if nobody tells you who's the manager, and you watch the way they're playing, the tiki taka and all this stuff, oh, that must be Pep. Or if you go in Liverpool in the club days, if you don't really know who's the manager, you look at the football, you're yeah, that's club ball right there. United, we never had that identity, and that is a problem. And I think that's what Ineos were trying to do, is to try to define what is our identity going to be, right? So if you decide to stick with Amorim, basically, I think you're trying to say our identity is going to be Amorim ball. So you got to back this guy by giving him players who can work in his style. But if it doesn't work and you got to sack this guy in December, October, whatever, now you're stuck with players who don't work with anybody else. Back to square one. Ridiculous. Andy Goldstein on TalkSport 1 Southgate. I saw that, Kai. I saw that. Listen, man. Goldstein, he's another one who's, get out of here, man. Tony Ali Hilal, here comes Bruno. Yeah. There you go. Wait, if we win FA Cup, we could get Europa? Yeah, next season. That is if we win. Now, of course, next season we're going to have Europa and Carabao. That's about it, right? Some success, AKS Bruno needs better players around him. Simple. Yep. Kai, I'm glad we lost because the fans will see the issues 100%. Yeah. How Ten Hag won 2 trophies with this shite is beyond me. Dude, if Ten Hag was here, we will not be this much in the mud. Right? Because Ten Hag found a way to win with this lot. All right? He found a way. Dude, this guy, he had 60 points, right? Dude, we are not going to make... Guys, do we know that we're not going to make it to 40 points? The entire season, we are not going to hit 40 points. It's an absolute disgrace. Guys, I'm catching up on your chat here. Tony, let's see. As soon as these useless players put the kit on and walk out to Old Trafford, they shit themselves. I know. Tony said, you got some money for being in the final, but for being in the final, but most of it goes to Chelsea. Dude, I saw that too, Tony. I saw that. Guys, yeah, we got some money for being in the final, but most of it is going to go to Mount, to Chelsea for us, for the release clause of Mount. It's crazy. Tony, 5 million, 2.5 million. Yeah, that's crazy. Kai, Amorim once out, he looks like an age 20 years. Dude, I know, man. Dude, Amorim looks he's going through it too, man. Harry protected his back 5. Yeah. Twisted, he was sold a nightmare, to be honest. I don't think any manager that doesn't play counterattack does well with these players. Exactly. Hire Sean Dyche. I know, dude. Did you see that overlap interview when he was on the overlap? Honestly, I never heard Sean Dyche talk, but I like the guy. He's very old school. Sean Dyche is very old school, and he said, "Listen, it's his dream job to be a Man United manager. So hire Sean Dyche." We're gonna have Dyche ball beyond 90. What up? Listen, we are finished. Beyond 90 people. If you haven't subscribed yet to Beyond 90, my brother, all right, go ahead and please hit him with the subscribe. I would appreciate it. He's doing his thing over there and also on TikTok. All right, hit him with the subscribe and the follow on TikTok. Will be great. But yeah, man, we're finished as a club. Absolutely. If you can't play any system like Liverpool, Can you players shouldn't be at United? Oh, 100%. Yeah, our identity is being a joke of a club. I know, right, guys? I'm telling you, dude, guys. I go back from work. That's why I'm still having a dress shirt, right? Honestly, I was going through it today, dude. I was depressed like crazy. But I appreciate you guys again. It was the right move to jump on here because I'm feeling better. Minnesota 86, OKC 102, fourth quarter. OKC is on fire. Beyond 90 said we should have been relegated. Yep. That's another thing, too, right? If we got relegated, for example, God forbid, I don't want that, but sometimes you need that reset button to be triggered, right? That could have been a reset button because the Glazers they would have lost crap ton of money, right? And that maybe could have triggered them to say, you know what, let's sell this thing because this thing ain't going anywhere. Sell United. Maybe put an offer out there for the Saudis to come in and bail us out, right? They could have done something like that maybe. But losing yesterday also, in a way, it's one of those like the triggers to say, hey, yeah, we're crap, right? We lost to Tottenham the fourth time. Ridiculous, right? So maybe it hits them. Now, we see from the ownership, they say, yeah, everybody's up for sale right now. Yeah, we need to sell them all. All right. Yesterday, Euro, Dogu, those guys showed up. I don't know about you guys. Let me know. Yoru, Dogu showed up. Those guys deserve to stay. Euro yesterday was like, listen, we may lose this thing, but it's not going to be on me not doing my job. Right? Simple as that. Big up to Lenny Yoro and Dogu yesterday. All right. To me, those guys, they were the standouts. I don't know who else stood out for you guys. Let me know. Yeah, I saw the overlap interview. I know. I don't want to be playing no 442. I know, dude. I know. 442 is done. 442 is done. But just the fact the way he sees the game, he sees how players should conduct themselves. It's interesting that when he was talking about the shin guards and all this stuff, that was it's interesting. He's very old school of a manager, which I kind of like. But of course, yeah, it's never going to happen that he's going to be a Manchester United manager. It's never going to happen. But it's interesting seeing and hearing what he was saying with his voice. Rooney wants to manage United as well. Yeah, right. Forget about that. Mount should get demoted to youth team. Yeah. I don't want to see him near the first team. I know. True. Twisted Fate, no matter how bad we are having, it's just to remember Tottenham will be parading past Arsenal fans' houses tomorrow. It could be worse. Dude, listen. Yeah. Arsenal, Arsenal, they're going through it, man. They're going through it. So, in a way, yeah, we lost, but Arsenal, yeah, they'll be going through it tomorrow, man. And imagine if Chelsea win it. London will be like, oh, my days. It'll be crazy, right? Do you think Gabby Agamba is a good... Dude, I don't want to use words like hate, right? It's such a harsh word, but I do not like Gabby at all. The way he talks, this dude has not won anything, but he talks as if he has won something. Gabby, nah, it's not my cup of tea. So Jim is not fit to be our owner. He failed at Nice. Yep, sure did. He sure did. Being a man born and bred and all, right? He obviously doesn't have what it takes. Now, a lot of people are saying, you know what, some of these billionaires, they'll be very quick to pull the trigger on, cutting things that are not working out, right? So some people are saying, well, so Jim probably right now he's ready to sack Amorim because it's not working. But probably there's some people around him that say, hey, chillax, and let's give him some time, right? But if it was a Jim, these billionaires, they usually cut bait quickly when things are not working out, because obviously they brought Ruben Amorim in and it's not working. Because honestly, when they brought him in, they did not expect it to be this bad. They expected it to be bad, but not this bad. They expected him to get some kind of tune out of these players that we have, right? In a way, this also shows the type of players that we have. They're uncoachable, right? The guy cannot perform miracles. But again, at the same token, you can say, well, Ruben, have you improved anybody ever since you came? Right? I mean, why does it have to be, in order for your system to work, why does it have to be you need to have all your players for the system to work? As a manager, as a coach, whatever, you should have been able to get some kind of tune out of these some of the players. So I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I don't like Gabi either. He's useless. Yeah, Gabi's useless. For me, Yoro was the best player. Ahmad, first half. Second half, he was getting double. Yeah, exactly. Second half, Ahmad was getting doubled up. Yeah, I wasn't mad at Ahmad. I don't like. I wasn't mad at Ahmad. I don't like him pulling jersey. But they tried hard. Upper. Yep, they did. The Glazers are definitely laughing at us right now, but Manny Mace saw that. We are so cooked, and I'm seriously concerned about this club next season. Dude, we are so cooked. It's not like cooked is a nice way of saying it, right? I'm sure Kai, you can use some quite interesting expletives describing this club of ours. All right. I was so excited for next season until yesterday. Dude, Tony, me too, man. Me too. Tomorrow maybe we may get to hear we go for Cunha. I see the Delap thing could be also it's kind of not 100% going to happen, because if Delap is the best that we can get, I see United, they're talking about going to Delap and kind of apping the ante, right? Meaning that whatever salary they were going to offer him before the game yesterday, they went back and said, hey, we're going to give you more, because now we're in a situation where we need him, right? We need him. So whatever they need to do, go ahead and get him. Do whatever you need to do to make sure you secure him, because that's the best we could get, I guess. The owners were hoping to have a new manager bounce. Yeah, exactly. They were hoping to have a new manager bounce and Amorim to get these players up the table without spending money. Exactly. That is exactly what they were hoping, because other teams have done it. Crystal Palace, the manager, I forgot his name, Glasner, I think. He came in, he changed that whole thing around. Right? Even Everton, Moisey coming back, he was able to get them to, turn their fortunes around. But Ruben Amorim could not do it. So that is another thing to say, hey, is it a manager? Probably is not as good, or what? What is the deal here? But one thing I like about Ruben Amorim is, from what we see from reports, is he usually has like some kind of a debrief after games, where he talks to Sir Jim, WhatsApp, whatever, and say, hey, this is what happened. Basically breaks it down on how things did not work out, reasoning behind it, and all this stuff to make them understand. And listen, Ruben Amorim is very clear with us to tell us exactly why it's not working out, and I'm sure he's the same way with the ownership. And That way, there's no confusion why things are not working out. All right. And I'm sure one of his big things was, listen, dude, I did not want to come here in the middle of the season, but you guys told me it's now or never. It is my dream job to manage Manchester United, right? And I did tell you that we're gonna suffer. And I was clear, we're gonna suffer. And yeah, we're suffering right now. Now, would we suffer next season? No. If you get me what I need, right? You get me the tools, and then we're gonna work on this, and then we won't be in the same situation next season, right? I'm hoping that's what he's telling them. Players can do the starting team did not make any sense. Yeah, the starting team did not make any sense. Was no physicality. Yeah, because dude, that midfield, there was no physicality, man. I've got a season ticket. I've wasted my money. Listen, Kai, it's gonna be better, man. Don't worry about it. Don't listen. This summer, they're still determined to back him, right? They're still determined to back him. Now they're gonna back him. Hopefully, they're able to bring us maybe like 5 players or 6 players. They have to be starters, though, right? And once we get these players, I think we're gonna play better football next season. More training on the at Carrington. We should have more dogus on the field, ideally. So we need legs, and if we can do that, I think we'll play better. I hope. But again, what are we basing this hope from? Because our manager has not shown us that we should believe in him. Right now, it's hopium kind of thing, right? We're going with this thing. Yeah, man, hope he can do it. But has he shown us that, hey, back me, better days ahead? He hasn't. So, in a way, I'm like, what are we basing this hope from? But again, the same token, I'm not going to be Amorim out, because at least this guy knows our problems. He knows what needs to be corrected. So I'm willing to risk it with him rather than bring in a fresh new manager right now and start this process all over again. Because yeah, that loss yesterday with no money and all this stuff, it probably took us back a couple of years to get us back to the top. But I'm kind of more determined to stick with him to see if we can turn this thing around. The defense isn't so bad. There's a our defense is not too bad. It's not too bad. Get back for fast, something our players can do. Yeah, again, of course, a goalkeeper is another one that's now a priority big time, because Bayern Day is going to be leaving, so we need to bring in a goalkeeper that can challenge Onana 100%, right? The starting team did not make sense. I saw that. Okay, cool. Ciao. If you're Delap, why would you join this mess? Ciao. I know. Why? Same thing is, if you are Cunha, why would you join this mess? Because we're going to pay you more. All right? We're going to pay you more. At this point, we're going to have to throw the money at him. All right? Throwing a bunch of bonuses out there. Say, hey, listen, we're still united. All right? So, I don't know. Bruh, if we're building this stadium, is it possible that the owners can change mid-project? Ooh, good point. No. I don't think so. Well, they can, because the project really hasn't started, right? So when they go to Sheikh Jassim from the Saudis, say, listen, Sheikh Jassim, what is it? I think Man United is the most profitable club in the world. Give me a second. I did see something. I think we're worth 6 billion. Where is that? Yeah. So top 5 most valuable Premier League clubs in the world currently. This is according to Sportico. Number 1, United, 6 billion. Liverpool, 5.5 billion. Manchester City, 5.1 billion. Arsenal, 4.4 billion. Tottenham, 3.6 billion. So, yeah, they're going to go to the Saudis and say, listen, man, yeah, we're worth 6 billion. Can you swing that? We do have a plan in place for this new stadium, blah, 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 blah. And let's see what you can do. All right. Yeah. So it could be one of them things. But is it going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. OKC is going to win this game, guys. Minnesota 102, OKC 116. Fourth quarter, the game is about to end. These managers don't do their research before joining. Kai, they do, man. They do. The thing is, Kai, imagine just you right now, you, me, we love this club, right? Somebody say, Kai, listen, man, you could be in charge of, I don't know, something, but you have to make a decision right now. Growing up, that is United is the only team that you've been supporting, or so you will take the job knowing, like, you know what, this may not be the right job for me. I may struggle, but you still would hope, like, you know what, maybe things will change. I can pull it off. I got my skills. I'm good at AI and whatever, and I can make it happen. Right? So Ruben Amorim took the job knowing, of course, we're in the mud, right? He did his research. Sometimes you don't even need to do a lot of research, right? Because you see Man United, you see the struggles of Erik ten Hag, but some of these managers have ego issues, right? They believe they can change things with their style and their swagger, whatever. They can turn things around. So a lot of managers, the reason why we're always going to have managers to take these jobs is because they believe, like, hey, my way can change this thing, can turn this thing around, right? So of course, Ruben Amorim did tell them, listen, I want to come in the summer. They were like, no, you got to take it now or never, right? Obviously, his dream job was United, so he took the job, knowing, like, listen, it may not be as bad. I know it's bad, but it may not be as bad. But once you put your legs under the table, you're like, yo, you did not tell me it's this bad. The way you were kind of floating the interview thing, you said it was bad, but you did not tell me it is this bad. But now you're already in there. So it's one of them things. What do you do? I believe in him, but put Amorim at any other big 6 teams. Dude, exactly. Another thing with that, Amorim, Liverpool looked at Amorim. They were looking at him. I think Man City also looked at him. They were trying to sign him, right? But what Liverpool did is they looked at Amorim, his style of play, the profile of players they have at Liverpool. They were like, nah, it's not going to work. So they went with Arne Slot, who is kind of similar to Klopp, which worked, and they won the title. Had they gone for Amorim, then maybe they would have been in the same situation like us, because Amorim does not fit in the Liverpool, the players that they have. So it was one of those things, like a common sense kind of type of thing. So they didn't go for him. But of course, we were like, you know what? A profile of players that we have throughout the years, it's been these players who have sacked a whole bunch of managers, right? So what do? We bring in a manager who does not fit any of these guys, right? What did you expect? Now, Ineos probably thought, you know what? This is how we want to play going forward. So let's see what Ruben Amorim can do with these players, right? Now, yes, we may struggle, but they did not expect it to be this bad, kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. Arteta is always win things in seven. Kai, that's funny. Arteta, I always win things in the seventh season. I know, dude. Let's go. Kai, even though I support United, if I had a chance to play I wouldn't. I'd be better developing elsewhere than joining the crap. Hey, Kai, I know Kai. I hear you, Kai. I hear you. But when Barada comes to you, say, Kai, listen, we've been watching you. All right? Kai, we've been watching you. We think you'll be a perfect fit for us. And come on over. We're going to give you a tour of Carrington. You're going to meet the team. You're going to meet the manager. And we can sit down and talk about it. All right? I know you may have reservations, Kai, but I think you will be the perfect fit for us. All right? Kai goes in. He does the Carrington tour, sees, all the history, goes to Old Trafford, walks out of the tunnel, looks around, and thinks of all the memories. Come on, man. Kai is going to be, where do I sign, brother? Give me $200K a week to join United and nice, juicy. That's what I'm talking about. And listen, Kai, we're going to give you $200K. All right? Kai will be like, listen, man, hey, sign me up. Oh, man. This is too funny. Asher should have sacked Milkfood. Asher should have sacked Mikel for that. That's funny. Twisted, he said, I'll give Sir Jim Kit Kat and Fredo. That's funny. Splash Jim, Jasim, give us all the oil money. Dude, when they were floating the idea of selling the thing, I was like, man, oil me up. Okay, no Diddy, but I was like, bring us that oil money. Luther, how did the Big Six get that title? Because it's always been a certain 6 teams who always qualify for those positions, right? So Big Six, you know what I mean? Even though I support United, so that we should sign Arteta. So Arteta needs to get a lifetime contract with Arsenal. AKS, it used to be top 4, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. Yep. It's become top 6 when Prem started, practically 6 biggest teams. Yeah, there you go. Grayson, good night, Legends, United. What's up, Grayson? Good to see you. Beyond 90. Here we go. Man United bite the dust yesterday. Yeah, man. I know, bro. Give me $200K a week to join. So that's funny. AKS, even Zlatan saw the shite United was and sent his kids to City Academy. There you go. You see, one of them, right? If Berada tells me he's been watching me, I'm suing for emotional damages. That's funny, man. That's funny. But again, yeah, you can sue him, but he'll be like, listen, I want to put money in your pocket. All right? I want to put money in your pocket. That's what I'm doing. OKC is my favorite to win. Dude, Chow, I think so. I think they're going to win it, man. I think they're going to win it. Manny Kai, Kai Havertz. No, did you? I know, man. When I said it in my head, I was like, oh, really? All me up? Come on, man. If Sir Jim gives me $200K, I'm saying, where do I sign? That's what I'm talking about. See, it's one of them. Because imagine some of these players, Delap right now. You are in a relegated team. Even if he goes to Chelsea, I don't think any team can pay him as much as what United can offer. So that's why we see these reports that the United negotiating team, they went back to the lab to say, hey, we need to spice up this offer for you, right? Because they need to secure him, right? And if you think about it, fine, United in the mud, right? If you go to Chelsea, fine, you can probably get, I don't know, is Chelsea going to make it the Champions League? Or I don't whatever other team that are better than us at the moment, but still, United with that badge, it still means something, and we can offer more money. And but of course, we're not going to give him the 300,000, whatever, whatever. But it's going to be more than what Chelsea is going to offer on any other team. So we're hoping that when he signs the dotted line, it's because just like Kai, if you give me 200K a week, I'll say, you know what, Barada, you twisted my arm. I did not want to do this, Barada, Wilcox, Sir Jim. But you know what? I'm going to do you a favor. All right. Thanks for the pen. I'm going to sign. Listen, understand this. I'm signing this in duress because you decided to give me 200K. I'm willing to help you guys out. Okay. So I'm going to sign up. One of them things. I think I can push for 400K per week. Nah, man. We're not gonna do that. One thing is we're not gonna do that is going forward that 300K, especially if we get rid of Bruno. We get it for Bruno. If Casemiro also goes, Sancho definitely is leaving. Now, Sancho, guys, if you didn't see it, Sancho is gonna come back from Chelsea, but we're gonna work on getting him out, right? So Sancho, Casemiro, Bruno, I think those guys are in the 300K range. So those guys will be gone. I don't know if somebody's going to come for Casemiro. I hope they do. And also Anthony, I think Anthony, we put, 30 something million for him. And Sporting look like they're going to definitely execute that deal. So Anthony, I think, is definitely going to be going. And if we get 60 million for Garnacho, that would be good. So this is according to Disco Mirror saying Jadon Sancho on loan at Chelsea will return to United this summer, but will be offloaded as one of the club's biggest paid stars along with Rashford. All right. That's according to Disco Mirror. All right. Now, here's the thing with Anthony. According to Sam Lockhurst, he's saying Manchester United have made Anthony available for around 32.5 million this summer. United need 32.25 million fee to avoid loss under PSR. So definitely Anthony is going to be gone. Guys, we have to do a watch along for Anthony versus Chelsea. All right. I want Anthony to knock out Chelsea. It will be one of them things, man. It will be so dope. At least I want Anthony to get the medal, a winner's medal, right? Imagine this. I think this weekend, McTominay, they could win the Serie A. So McTominay gets a medal, a winner's medal. Your boy, what's his name? Terrell Malacia, he won at PSV. He got a winner's medal, and then you got Anthony over here winning a European medal. Hey, it's one of them. Honestly, Bruno just needs to go. Bruno needs to go because we got to think about it this way, guys. We need that 100+ million that Al Hilal is they want to offer us, right? Because Al Hilal, apparently, they need Bruno in by June 1st. Because again, they have the Club World Cup, right? They have the Club World Cup coming up, so they need Bruno in by June 1st. So we're gonna definitely get a movement here very soon. And based on what Bruno said yesterday, that if the club wants him gone, if they want to cash in, he will take the deal. I'll say, Bruno, go ahead and get that generational wealth, dude. You go to the Saudi, generational wealth. Your kids will not have to worry about money, right? There's no point of you staying here, because even if you stay here, you want to help us get us, because Bruno said, yeah, I want to help Man United. Obviously, Bruno loves Man United, right? So he wants to stay and help us get us back to whatever the glory days. Dude, that will take years. And right now he has seen it. Why stay? I will take the money quickly. Be like, hey, Levi's mom, Levi, we're going to Saudi. All right, we're going to Saudi, man. They're gonna give us whole rack of money. We're going to Saudi. You know what I mean? Take the money, go. So yeah. So I have a feeling that Bruno may be leaving. We're gonna have to figure out who's gonna be on captain going forward. And with Bruno's money, we're gonna be able to rebuild this team, and we shall see, man. But it's just madness. Tomorrow is the final round of the Italian league. Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah. So tomorrow is Napoli, right? So yeah, I'll see if we can jump on one of those games, man. I wanna see McTominay win the title, man. It will be great. Yeah, dude. Malacia is on loan, but he won with PSV, so he got the winner's medal. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be crazy. Kai, I keep forgetting Lindelof is here. No, Lindelof is, of course, after Sunday is gonna be gone. Another thing that I like about this end of this season is we're gonna be offloading finally Lindelof. Dude, Lindelof has been here for so long. Lindelof is gonna be gone. Ericsson obviously is gonna be gone. Johnny Evans, Heaton, right? Who else? Yeah, a whole bunch of them gone. It means that now, yes, they're going for free, right? But their salaries, that's what matters, guys. That's what you'll be looking at. Like even Christian Eriksen, right? Yes, he's leaving for free, but his salary is going to mean a lot on our bottom line, right? So you know, it's going to be good that way. So we shall see, man. I mean, Magaloff, Maguire, and Little, I guess Heaton, Tony being funny. I don't think the stream after yesterday was gonna make me laugh this much. You guys sure know how to make it all good better. Dude, Tony, big up to the crew, man. Guys, you guys are legends, man. I'm telling you. I honestly, guys, I needed this. I needed you guys. And honestly, this was incredible. And this is how it is, man. We stick with each other. We try to get ourselves keep our heads up in these sad times, and you know, we'll get through it. Guy, I keep forgetting a little. Yeah, so the Evans to Heaton. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Johnny, man, Johnny Evans in 2025. It's criminal, dude. That game, the Chelsea game, we had Luke Shaw. We had Luke Shaw, Lindelof, and Maguire in 2025. Boy, wow, incredible. Captain Leon, there you go. Yeah, I think it's gonna be if Bruno leaves, maybe captain will be De Ligt. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out. That's another show. We're gonna have to sit here and go through whoever is available. And figure out who could be our El Capitan. Right? I would sell Mainu. He's not in Amorim's plans. I think Mainu, for me, based on what he showed us last season, I will hold on to him. I agree with you when you say he's not in Amorim's plans, because still Amorim doesn't know where to play him. But Mainu has shown us that he can play as a 10, as an 8. You know, he's versatile, and still being young, you can kind of still mold him to play a certain role, right? So I wouldn't want us to get rid of both Mainu and Garnacho. That would be way ridiculous. But Garnacho, even the way he was talking is because, of course, we already floated the idea that he could be sold last January to Napoli. So he kind of has that in his head that, yo, you guys are ready to sell me? We were like, yeah, dude, we're ready to sell you. We need the money. So, of course, he was kind of feeling a certain way. So I kind of understand Garnacho leaving. Now, obviously, it's going to come and bite us in the culo because he's going to go wherever he's going to go and he's going to blow up. Garnacho Menu to just go to Chelsea, man, dude, that'll be crazy. I mean, if they go to Chelsea, I'll take Palmer. This club is not serious. We are a promotional commercial club. I know Greenwood might get a golden boot. There you go. Yeah. Maguire will be captain. It's obvious Amorim rates him. Yeah, but still, Maguire should also be another one at the door. But I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to come for Maguire, honestly. When I feel bad and see Evans play, I close my eyes and pretend Rio and Vidic are playing. There you go. That's why sometimes you got to trick your brain, right? Like for me, I always trick myself, right? If I need to clean my tub, my bathtub, in the morning, I'll spray the cleaning stuff all over the tub, all over the shower, spray it, right? So when I come back and you say, for example, in the evening, before I take a shower, I got to clean that damn thing. So, so before I take a shower, I have to sit there and scrub it and clean it. And then you take a shower. So sometimes you got to trick yourself to do those kind of things, right? So, Twisted Fate, you got to do whatever works, man. All right. If you can trick yourself to do that, go ahead and do that. All right. It's all about mental health, man. Mental health is very important. The idea is, this club has put us through a lot, honestly, this season. And it has put us through a lot. And I'm telling you guys, we have lost games. We've gone through whatever this season or throughout the years. But this one hit me, man. And I've always told, I'm one of those guys who always believe, like, listen, man, I can handle anything, man. I'm Luther. Nothing's gonna faze me. Yeah, this one hit me. So, but I appreciate you guys again because you helped me tremendously. Go to sleep, brother. I have. It's a tough. Yep, guys. Listen, let's end it here, man. JP said there, go to sleep, people. Kai, everybody, take care of yourself. You guys are legends. All right, we're gonna catch this up again tomorrow. Let's see what madness we're gonna be facing tomorrow. Are we gonna have a here we go Cunha? Because Man United have to spin. So they could give us a here we go tomorrow to kind of calm us down. Say, hey, calm down. Cunha is here. All right. That will be one in the bag. So we need more. So, guys, thank you. You guys are legends. We're in this together. We're in the fight together. We will rise again together. All right, people. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Take care. Stay blessed, everybody. Peace.